So this actually happened a lot faster than I expected, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, Gucci. Honestly, if I'd known that they were gonna post a statement like literally half an hour after I stopped streaming, I would have just extended the stream. But hey, you can't know these things, right? I am so gonna regret streaming right now. Tomorrow morning when I have to get up for work. So it's gonna be black for a second. This is the wrong window. This is the chat. That's the right Firefox. This is about the event stuff? Yes, this is about the event stuff. I'm gonna... I apologize, but I'm gonna be a bit of a attention whore real quick. I'm making no excuses. Because this is something that's not gonna happen often in the lifetime of a game. Literally fixes nothing? I don't completely agree. I agree, let's say 90%. With, I disagree 90%. I agree 10%. But we're gonna go over that after, like, so, say 5 minutes. Give it like a few more minutes so people can pop in. Then again, like, without much, build-up time is probably not gonna be as many people. Also, I'm sorry if I'm a bit more tired now. I would usually get ready for the ZZs at this point. What do you mean it's not up to them at the end of the day? Apple and Google take far too much of a cut. Well, that's, yeah, the thing is I've heard from a friend that because of how things work in China, the developers can get away with pricing or charging less for the same stuff, whereas Google and Apple just take pretty big chunky cuts out of all the revenue. But that's another topic. That's page 2. We're not page 2. We haven't even started reading page 1. And then again, most of you, if you're tuning into the stream, you will probably have read the statement already and are here to discuss, because there's just not a good place to actively discuss stuff with the Discord being down. The controversy is less about, let me catch up, QG. The controversy is about the fact that there's we can scroll down to this, the novice missions gave 1,000 more black cards in China than they did in, or they do in global. And the reasoning for that is because the value of skin, the skin we get, Nanami skin, is priced at 1,000 black cards. And that's what changes the value of the opening stuff. Bro, I don't care for the event skin, but the 1000 PC from the novice reward should be compensated. I'm fairly confident there will be compensation, because it was a rather big controversy, and usually players get compensated for far less. Oh yes, the Nanami skin, or the skins, should be priced around that. Let's jump into the game real quick to fact check that. Coding shop. See, these gray feather skins cost 180 black cards here if you buy them. Sorry, rainbow cards here if you buy them directly. apologize. So let's see how much a 180 is. Oh dear lord. It's actually a lot. Yeah, it's like somewhere between here, like let's say 25-ish. Oops, that's the wrong window. Oh, so people feel cheated because black cards essentially have less purchasing power. Yeah. Anyway, but it's less the purchasing power of black cards. It's more that they just have less, and because of that, they just have less for alpha. Alpha cheated. I just want to work towards the pity for alpha. Pretty much, it's $30. Thank you for doing the math. Sorry if I sound sarcastic. I'm just tired. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the reasoning of the pricing here is. If you say 180 black cards, how much does that give you in, or 180 rainbow cards, how much does it give you in black cards? Which one's the closest? Well, it's still this one. No, it's kind of off. Math's off. This is what I sound like when I'm tired. Like, usually I would be going to bed at this time. So but don't worry about it. Like, I'll just go to work later tomorrow. I don't care if the skill, I'll never use it. Yeah, that's kind of the issue where I'm a bit miffed as well. I agree with you, but you have to see that this is their statement right now, and I am 100%, let's say 99. I'm 99% sure that there's going to be compensation in other forms. Let me just jump back to the correct window. Here we go. I'll be honest, I've been in contact with somebody over at Kuro, and we've been kind of back and forth discussing this a bit, and there's gonna still be more stuff here. They pretty much cramped this together like really quickly because they wanted to and had to respond to the stuff that's going on. So if you at all feel like this is a bit of a letdown, then just keep an eye and an ear open. Like, for them it's literally like 4 in the morning or 3 or something. Like, I feel tired and it's only 11 for me. I don't want to know what's like having to like have meetings and like stressful discussions like this up till in the morning. Yeah, that would die. I would personally die. But like, let's just go over this real quick, and I'll give you my opinion, my 2 cents. So this is just, yeah, we heard you, we talked to you, we heard you, yada yada. This is flavor text, the recovery event. Like, this is what the one things I feel like is a good change. So they pushed the deadline back by 1 week, so we can get a lot more. The calculations were ran that we could be able to go up to 8,000 points, which is on the second roulette thing. And with the extra week, we should probably be able to get most of the rewards, as they say, and maybe even if luck has it, all of the rewards. And at that point, you have to see it like this. Let's jump back. Windows minus window jumping. I have to see if I can optimize that somehow. At that point, if we can get most of the rewards from this selector or energy operation thing, like, say we can go, instead of going here, we have the extra week to go, say, I don't know, here, or maybe even like to the weapon thing, then the skin essentially becomes like any other premium skin you have to buy from the shop, because all you need to like finish the little last gap would be spending BC. So it's not perfect. You're potentially not gonna be able to earn it for free, as they said, but it's been moved in the direction where it's like any other premium skin, where you have to pay a bit to get it. Oh, I can link you the response. Give me a sec. I'll link you the response and I'll pin it. Actually, can I post 2 things? Ah, crap. That's 1, and there's 2 pages. 2, there we go. That's both. Just pin this real quick. Pin message. There you guys go. That's the response. So they've moved it, like I said, to the area where it's more like a premium skin that's to come. You just kind of buy it a bit. You just spend a bit and you get it. Yes, I would read your name if it wasn't in a foreign language to me, but I think you can get it for free if you play the event from the start. That's very, I think it's very reasonable. So the first change, it's fair, but there's another potential hidden change here that people might overread if they're unsatisfied with it, and that is right now, this energy recovery event was supposed to end on August 31st, and the other thing that ends on August 31st was the what the hell, where is it? The limited packs. Actually, no, that's the 30th. Why am I saying August? I am so sorry. But what I'm trying to get at is potentially them pushing back this event could mean we might. This is a big might and a big if and a big maybe. Maybe this pushes back a potential early launch of Alpha, so we could maybe have more time to save up for her. But again, this is not confirmed. This is very much not confirmed. This is just as unconfirmed as me saying the first or second will be Alpha. So take that with like all the salt in the ocean. To be honest, kind of wish we'd got more novice. Jesus Christ. So that's one of the things. Just go through this. Back to the statement. So, oh, this is the wrong one. Energy recovery. I think this is great. As somebody said, pointed out, we might be able to get it completely for free if we played actively from the beginning, as you should have. The second, the rainbow card change. Yeah, I didn't expect that. Yeah, like Shinha, if they just DM'd me and told me keep going with the stream for another half an hour, we could have just kept going. I could have been like, guys, like countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2. But they didn't do that. It would have been really cool. But the rainbow card change is definitely something that's good. Like it didn't make a very good first impression with the you can buy 34 and 28 or whatever it was, and or 26, and you just couldn't buy it directly. The reason people will still complain about the fact that the Chinese get more value for the same amount of black cards, for the same amount of rainbow cards, but you do have to take into consideration that, as has also been pointed out by the chat, the Chinese have a more or less money-taking app store front in comparison to Google and the iOS store. They still don't want the game to end. But they still don't want the game to end and grab money. So yeah, they're going to respond quickly. Of course, yeah. I mean that's a given. But this is definitely good. It's still gonna keep the same value to the original multi-pass A. So nothing there is gonna change. So for those who say the value on the monthly card isn't good enough for the money we spend, first of all, I'll just say it outright, that's bullshit. Like if you say the monthly card, that gets me so angry, honestly. If people say the monthly card isn't a great value, the monthly card is badass value. Like I've played so many other gacha games, and wherever do you have monthly value like that? Like if you say this isn't worth the money, I'm sorry. This has to be like your first gacha game, because other gacha games are so money grabby. It is absolutely insane. What do you mean? What, Mystic Shade? What are you saying? What do you mean they don't fix anything? They changed the energy event. You're probably gonna be able to get the skin at if you play from the beginning. You're gonna be able to directly buy the monthly cards. Even Genshin had a really good monthly pass. Yeah, and also Genshin had like the launch where every week there was a new character, and there was no way in hell you were gonna ever get enough currency to properly summon on everybody. Granted, it slowed down, but there's yikes. That the Genshin launch was so full of characters. Read it closer here. Despite the extended time period, some players may still have to spend a small amount of black tokens or black cards. Some. It's the devil in the detail. Yes, it's right there on the post. Oh, sorry, I'm forgetting. There's a delay. Sorry. Dude, don't compare. Never compare Punishing's gacha to Genshin's. To Genshin's hell of a fucking gacha. It is absolutely not comparable. Yeah, sure, maybe the weekly pass has decent value in Genshin, but it's just you can't get by with the weekly pass only because you also have to spend money on the on the monthly pass, because you also have to spend money on the what's it called, the other thing, the battle pass. And God save you if you ever try to summon on Genshin's piece of shit weapon banner. Like that thing is so unsalvageably busted. That is so broken. That is never compare, never dare compare to me Genshin's pity and Punishing's pity, because they are not even anywhere remotely close. Sorry, ran over. But I had to get that out there. The novice mission rewards. This is probably the one that has the biggest, like we said, question mark on it, because people would rather choose the 1000 BC than over the skin, and I get that. But one thing we don't know yet is there's very likely going to be compensation. You can't have like a chaos like this. Not the players, not the person in chat usually, but just, you know, without the compensation. I think the compensation is going to make up for what we quote unquote lost here. Not gonna be super cute though, yeah, but she's not gonna be long-term viable. Genshin Desu will add a weapon banner P, but by the way, it's only for whales. Yeah, pretty much. So I have, like I said, kind of mixed. I understand the reasoning for the reduce in black cards, but I still wish they came out and were like, okay, we're sorry, we will give you the choice of, do you want the skin, or do you want the 1000 black cards? And if you give us a choice, that would be very much better. Second page. This is basically like looking forward stuff and just kind of laying the book open a bit. Because, you know, stuff like the PC version, we didn't know they were actually considering there was going to be a PC version. And they also go on their details here a bit more about why the pricing is slightly different from the Chinese version to the English version. Font size, I'm not entirely sure if that was actually something worth mentioning. I had no issue with the font, at all in the game. Release regions, I saw that's being like discussed every now and then because other people had to go to TapTap and QApp for that. So for you people who were outside regions where it wasn't available, this is pretty good. Other issues, no online games without launch. Technical issues we're addressing as I was quickly collecting feedback. I had no issues in that regard. So the launch honestly was pretty solid for me. I don't know about you guys, but the launch was not an issue. Like the second page is mostly just, it feels a bit like they're just kind of padding it, I'll be honest. But do we even need a PC version though? I would say like the PC, the emulator where emulation works so flawlessly, at least for me. I have no lags, I have max frames, it's smooth as butter. Contact our Discord community. Wait, is that actually in there? Where's that? Please contact community Discord. Oh no. Oh no. That's funny. What's gonna be relevant in a few days? Okay, so we've gone like roughly over it. The emulator is good enough. Emulator was weird for me in co-op. Okay. PC version would be fine, but there's other stuff they should focus on first. That's definitely the case. Discord kind of dead, yeah, pretty much. Lol. LMAO. Discord lol. Moomoo emulator is pretty good, pretty much, yeah. If you have a PC that can run the game, then an emulator is fine, yeah. Meanwhile, I'm trying to play on a phone with a controller. Yikes. If it works, I guess. If you can sync it up. Honestly, for now, I think though, even though like this response was not to everybody's satisfaction, I would say, I'm also kind of, I said this myself, I'm also not 100% satisfied with this, but this is literally something they threw together today in like a crisis meeting. Like this was them hunkering down in a panic bunker and trying to respond to us. So this was like, you know, this is not the end of it. I don't think so. So I don't think it's the best response, but at least it was quick. Hopefully we will see more. Exactly. Like the problem kind of started when people figured out the numbers on the energy recovery event, right? That was kind of where the groundwork for the problem started. People were like, that's kind of dumb. Why would you do it like that? If you look back on my stream, that was kind of my reaction as well. It's like, wait, can we even realistically get that? And it just kind of escalated from there with like other issues, like the pricing stuff in the shop, the novice thing as that came out, and then moderators on Discord just kind of goofing. Let's call it goofing. It's an unfortunate chain of events that just led to an absolutely nuclear train wreck. So this started essentially the second day, which is like was Saturday for me. It kind of escalated into like the full-blown nuclear meltdown on Sunday, and just kept festering all day today. And now we have a response. Usually, like this shit takes a week, I would say, and we just got like 2 days on a second day after shit went nuclear. Sorry the swearing, my filter's too tired to work. Don't care about the drama, only want free stuff. Hey, who does not want free stuff? First they went with a paywall. I wouldn't look at it as like a paywall. Like this is a skin, and skins are harder to get, or you have to pay for them entirely. I think the future events will not have like a very high, won't have these skins so easily available. They'll just be off in the shop, like all the other skins. It was gacha-geddon. I like that. I like that a lot. It's gacha-geddon. Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't call this a paywall because later skins are all, or like the premium skins are all gonna be in the shop. You'll have to buy them. Like the premium skin where Alpha looks like a samurai, or the premium skin where Alpha is in a bikini, or the other one where Alpha is a character from Drakengard. So that's not something you'll be able to avoid. Like there's a few skins where there's gonna be some good looking skins you can get just from playing and doing the dorm. So everybody do their dorm. But you have to be prepared that some of the best looking skins are gonna be locked to the shop, like as if this was League of Legends, because hey, you looking pretty is something you might be willing to pay for. Well, I am. I came only for one thing, Alpha. When a banner comes, I pull and leave? What? Why would you leave after pulling Alpha? You have to stay and play. They probably shouldn't put a skin in an in-game event though. Yes, I do agree. That's why I said it was poorly handled. And that's the same thing the statement says. I agree with you. And the devs agree with you as well. They also had... Yes, love Life Van, but that's just how it is because the CNs, they don't have their marketplace supposedly doesn't have as much as, doesn't take as much of a cut. So our prices go up slightly because Google and the iOS App Store, they're just greedy. This isn't supposed to be white knighting for them, but they're looking for that bottom line. Yo Jojo, good morning. For me it's way past my bedtime. What's the response? Well, the response is on screen, or it should be on screen. Is it on screen? Yeah, it's on screen. Even places like Australia and Brazil, this happens. Yeah, but those are like, Australia and Brazil are really bad examples. So they changed the monthly pass. They're not changing the value, but they're changing that you don't have to spend more, like where you have rainbow cards left. So there's gonna be a version that's obtainable, purchasable for 28 rainbow cards, but it's gonna have the same value of the existing monthly pass, just scaled down to what you to be equivalent in value per rainbow card. You would be oh, that's an interesting thought. You would be fine if the skin was just available from the store. Okay. Yeah, considering considering this is the 5th day, and this entire drama started like in a matter of 2 days, it's very respectable that we managed to get from like the start of the drama to here in like 2 days. What do you think? People just went mayhem over the 1K because alpha early release? Like, would they have the same reaction if alpha came much later? For one thing, like, we don't know when alpha's gonna release. Like, that's conjecture on my part based on the duration of the limited packs. So that's another one of those things where there's no official statement, and I couldn't get a statement out of my contact either. So I'm sorry I couldn't provide you with more concrete information there. But I think it doesn't matter. Like, the 1K doesn't really matter to how do you say that? How do I say that best? People being unequally treated is always gonna trigger people if they feel, you know, they're being treated unequally. If we accepted the 1000 BC for skin logic, wouldn't they be able to make an event that only gives skin instead of like 5000 BC in the subsequent months? I'm pretty sure that's gonna be off the table now after everything that's happened. I'm pretty sure it's never gonna happen again. Marcel, the whole thing, yeah, the thing with taking the skin out and giving us the 1000 BC would mean they would have to like go into the code and make a completely new version for that one change. They're not gonna do that. But what they're very, very likely to do is give us compensation for this entire fiasco. Maybe like later versions will actually do that, and then yeah, maybe we'll be able to get the skin from the novice missions, and then later on we're gonna be the only ones with the skin because it's gonna just be the fiasco skin, or then something like that. I don't know. Wouldn't that be fun? Just a memorabilia of just a bad decision on Kuro's part. Yeah, exactly. It's like Wolfie said. The price rise is understandable, and to be honest, like, I don't want to sound like Altera, but if you're already willing to pay like the $5 for like the incredibly good value of the monthly pass, is the $1 that much more? Like, personally for me, I don't really see that as an issue. But then again, I'm also here from the Japanese servers, which were priced pretty much the same. So I'm used to it. I'm used to paying like the $6 for the monthly pass. So, you know. Yeah, Hadi, I know I need to be careful because I'm walking on thin ice here. Yeah, I know I'm sounding like I tell you. That's why I'm telling you where I'm coming from. I played JP, and the multi pass just costs $6 there. So I understand that you want the price to be like CN, but that's just something where I just can't connect with you because this is just how I'm used to. Like, if they start charging the same value at the same prices as they did on JP, then I won't bat an eye because I'm just used to it. All I want is to have 22,500 BC before Alpha comes, so that I will have a greater chance to have Alpha in her weapon. I mean, just a 15k is good for now, I would say. Yeah, no, I agree though. Like, it's quite terrible. I don't need coatings, I need BC. We all do. Like, it's early, we need to just summon characters. We need to get those characters, we need to get those waifus into spondos. But that's exactly why I'm here, like, to tell you to just read this, because it's not perfect. The statement's not perfect, and I will admit to that. I'm not involved in the statement, so, but I wholeheartedly believe that this is not the end of this topic. They're not just gonna drop these 2 pages on us and just leave it at that, because that's not enough. That is not enough. That's just words. If you want to get information on the Altera topic just go to Reddit. There's more than enough memes. I'm pretty sure you won't have to scroll down more than once to find an Altera meme. Put the skin in the shop for minus 1000 PC, and if you buy it, removes the skin from you. No, if you... Oh, no, that's... Do you think this is enough for fanbase to remove one? Sorry, what? This all happened because of a skin. It always starts with skins. Noobs. Am I the only person who feels like people are overacting? Yes and no, I would say. The thing is, this is something we have to be very careful about, because you don't... If there was any like slightly malicious attempt there to like get more money out of us for an unreasonable gain on their part, then the players have a right to be consumers of this product to speak up and make their voices heard. That's just how it is. If you're unsatisfied with the product, there's nothing wrong with letting the maker of the product know. I mean, that's how economy works. You're not satisfied, you let them know. You're still not satisfied, you look for a competitor in the product, or to the product. I mean, would I say that it might be a bit blown out of proportion? Yes, I would say that how people reacted was very savage and way beyond what's going on here. Like, it was the first thing was a skin, like a stupid skin for a character that's not even gonna be relevant for very long. I'm not even sure if it has special animations or anything. And the second thing, I guess the inequality thing, yeah, I get that. That's something to get annoyed about on this. I get these, but is it worth just completely crashing and the Discord over and just review bombing the game to hell? Just destroying the game on literally every front. I wouldn't say so. Like I said, it's okay to let people know if you're unsatisfied with the product and how stuff's being handled. But it's, I don't know, it might have been a bit extreme. And if you disagree, you disagree, that's okay. But that's just my opinion on it. The Discord drama added fuel to the fire. That's why people overreacted. Yeah, it doesn't help that the mods, especially Altera, just kind of, it's like you have the wildfire situation, right, where it's been dry for weeks or months, and then there's just Altera taking a smoke out in the woods. Jin, you don't know that. You don't know if the review bombing is what it did. With how on fire everything else was, the Reddit, the Discord, I'm pretty sure the message was already there. I don't think the review bombing was necessary. Not to this extent. And I implore everybody to, after this all has happened, and we've seen what Kuro's next steps are, to go back and adjust your rating appropriately. People keep bringing up the MHA. What is that? Is that My Hero Academia? The My Hero Academia gacha? No, I agree with you, Jojo Giovanna. Like, I think, like, at some points, I agree that at some points, like, the review bombing is just the way to go. But I think that after one day, just review bombing the game to hell after one day is just absolutely the extreme. That's like, it's just too far. Like, you haven't even given the devs the time to formulate a response. And it's been on the weekend as well. I agree that review bombing is a way to, like, either show that there's a problem or get the attention of the devs when they're not listening. But it was literally a day of this issue, and people just went apeshit on the reviews. Again, I'm not disagreeing with you that it was a means to an end. It's just, was it not a bit quick fire there? Yes, Araf, that's also a good point. You essentially review bomb the game to hell, giving it one star for its monetization, when if you just don't pay a single dime, you can still have a great experience with the story, the music, the gameplay, and everything. Oh no, the Evergurumi, like, the review bombing is probably one of the most effective things you can do as a player, because if you get enough people together and review bomb this shit to hell, I've seen the game being lower star wise than King's Sense, and that's just been a complete clusterfuck of a game. Shinha, I'm not expecting people to do it yet. This has literally been out. This statement has been out for like what, an hour? Or maybe 1.5. I was kind of indecisive if I wanted to make a stream or not. But I was told by my contact to just let them actually get a night of sleep and await the reset tomorrow morning. Name censored, there's no compensation now because stuff like patches, rewards, compensation, yada yada happen on reset. Like I just said, sorry, this is of course delayed again, but my contact told me to give it a moment and wait till it's like morning. We'll see tomorrow if there's going to be compensation. 11, we don't know if you need to still pay. The post makes it sound like the extension of the event if you've been playing active, should potentially allow you to get it for free. If the review bombing is not genuine, then I don't agree with the people that did that, because making a game always comes with struggles and it's obviously not easy. I mean, that's a yes or no thing. It's they didn't make it global. They just transferred or they just translated the game from Chinese to this one. So it's not like the full making of a game, but there's obviously still a lot of effort and a lot of like connections needed to actually make this happen. I agree to a sense with you, Jackal. Like the review bombing needed to happen to have some set the tone with the publishers. Like I said, it's not about or you have to say like where's the line. You draw the line and you have to stick to it. And people were very vocal about it this time. I just think that after just one day of the shitstorm, or one day of the problem happening, or the whole, what was it called, gacha happening, it was a bit early for this, for all this stuff to explode. The 1K BC skin look garbage. Yeah, I don't know. It's not something I would choose. Like I would, if given the choice, I would have chosen like the 1000 BC as well. That's true. Yeah, Roderick, the 10,000 KBC thing was also kind of a gacha get-in on the CN launch. I read the story about that. Do I stream every day? No. I work 5 days a week, so on most days, or a lot of days, I'd probably be too exhausted. So the big thing, thank you for Giovanna for bringing this up. The big thing is if you're still skeptical about the game, but you like the gameplay, and you just enjoy like how that game just functions by itself, personally I would say keep playing. Don't run away yet, and see what Kuro has to make up for this. And if you think that by the time, I don't know, give it another patch, you feel like the next patch, Alpha's patch, just didn't deliver for you, yeah, then it's just, you know, up to you. Wasn't around earlier, but what are your thoughts on the 1000 BC remove for the skin? If given the choice, I would prefer the 1000 BC. I'll be honest, it's like, Binanami isn't like a long-term relevant character. And she's not going to be on the field a lot to actually for you to enjoy the skin. Yeah, like Rails says it's a bit blown out of proportion. But I think the one thing that also you have to give kudos to where kudos is due is, do you care? And would you get mad about something you don't care about? Right? If I don't care about something and a dev doesn't deliver or does something wrong, I just move on. If I start a gacha, and I started a gacha recently, like I played Counterside, and I was like, oh, this is cool, this is great, until I realized that, oh crap, the PvP is an absolute like gacha only territory. Like you can't enjoy it if you don't spend money. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll just move on. Like you obviously don't want me. Like I wanted to be a low spender, maybe just a weekly, monthly card guy. I played it solely for the PvP, and then, well, I've realized that PvP is absolutely impossible if you're not spending. So it's like, okay, I don't care enough to keep playing. I don't care enough to spend. I just move on. And so I think that if people are actually like up in arms about how punishing does or did some of the early launch stuff, then that's coming from a place of you caring and giving a shit. Because if you didn't give a shit, you would just go back to Genshin. You would just go back to Honkai. You would just go to somewhere else to get your gacha fix or get your action combat fix. But because you came to this game and you like what you see, but feel it could be better, that's why you give a shit and that's why you get up in arms. So if anything, like if Kuro's like scared that people might, leave because of this, I think it's also kind of a good sign. Like the civil line is like people care, people give a shit. And I'm just rambling. I'm just rambling. No, Jeffrey, I completely agree. Like the company won't know the issue if you don't, unless you state it out. And if you don't talk, then people already left because I'm rambling. I'm sorry. So even anybody still here? Oh, thanks for saying that, noobs. So is everything good now? I assume Kuro's forgiven? No. I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't like just go like, oh, it's good now. Like this is words on a paper. Words don't fix problems unless, there's actions behind it to follow it up. This is all nice, saying that we hear you and we're gonna change the event and we're gonna make a pass for you to buy. That's exactly 28 rainbow cards, and then giving us little like extras like, oh, we're considering a PC client, which I don't know if anybody still cares because they know emulator runs like butter. The good thing is that they respond quickly, and they seem to care enough to respond quickly and do overtime. But actions have to follow the words spoken, because yeah, exactly. Like I was trying to get to the point I was saying is like Dio Jayara said, currently it's lip service. We'll see how things go when they implement them. Yeah, exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you for like literally taking the words off my lips. I'm just kind of confused why they make the mistakes again when their launch at home was already super bad. I wouldn't compare that. Like the launch from what I've seen on CN or heard at least or read was botched for completely different reasons. I think I liked Shockwave's response on the Discord more than I liked this though. I will not lie. Okay, between this is actually something I want to know. Between this and the one that's currently being streamed and the Discord response, which one did you like more? Actually, can I make a poll real quick? So this works. How do I start this? Did that work? It did not. Ask your community. Oh no, there it is. Yes, I completely agree. Like, I'm agreeing a lot with you, Jojo. Like, I read Shockwave's response and was like, yes, this is exactly what we needed. Like, he essentially just took the Discord server and curb stomped the problem. And there was no way to fix the Discord in the state it was in if you didn't just completely burn it down. Like that, the Discord today was just nothing but a cesspool of toxicity and memes. It's not what Shockwave addresses, it's the fact that they actually had the balls, let's say that way, to just completely shut it down and be like, no, this stops now. Mr. Melancholy, were you on the Discord like before it was shut down? Because if you were, like, there was not a single channel. Yeah, there was not a single channel you could go to for any sort of reasonable discussion, because everything was just full of memes and bullshit. Memes and toxicity. There was no way to even like remotely discuss the topics at hand. Yeah, but you didn't get the point, Captain Chatty Daddy. The thing is, they didn't mishandle it. They kind of made it the official Discord, but they left the administration to the people who were admins before. Because what you don't know is if you just joined the community, you don't know that the server they were using was the server we, the people playing on China, on JP, and on Korea were using. That was literally a fan server that was promoted to the status of being the official global channel. And so the people who were modding it before were modding it afterwards as well, and they just weren't up to the task of their first real controversy or their first real problem. Question was okay because it constantly spammed with who should I choose as the S-starting selector? Really? I went to give any given channel and was just like, haha, Altera pack, haha, novice this, or energy that, energy event this. I've never seen that Discord server become a zoo so fast. It was awful. Yeah, exactly. What happened to Discord? Was it deleted? No. It was. Everything was kind of purged besides the guides, and what's the other one? There was like 2 channels that were left intact. Oh, it was event guides and the guides channel, the game news and the announcements. That was all that was left intact. Everything else was purged. It was as if Rise of the Planet of the Apes became reality. Yeah, it was literally just everybody regurgitating the memes like primates. Everybody just returned to monkey. Maybe it's purged, maybe it's locked, like whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, it's not going to be there anymore when it reopens. With Inazuma launching, it will be hard for this game to retain players. Yeah, for all the duration that Inazuma will cover, like the 2-3 days of content. Like, how long does do Genshin patches last? Whiskey, in your opinion, which is better? So we're not talking about memories right now, sorry. There's other stuff. I'll just be playing 4 different gachas still Inazuma. I mean, the good thing about Genshin is you don't have to like invest any time at all. You just play once a week, and that you're done. It's like the most low time investment gacha there is. Rexon was a mob before. We're not here to talk about the spicy drama. We're just here about talking about the statement. Ian, there's nothing wrong with, like I said, there's nothing wrong with speaking your mind. It's just going from this is not what we like to this game should die in a blaze of fire in like a day. It's too fast. It was literally like watching a Twitter controversy happen. Anyway, that's what I'm gonna end it for today. Like I just wanted to like give a just talk a bit about what you guys think regarding the statement. Personally, like I said, if you don't like what you're seeing here, but you still like the game, just keep playing and just get your enjoyment out of the story and out of gameplay. Because even though you might have not gotten like the 1000 BC, you do get from doing your weekly stuff over 1,000 each week, and everybody who plays actively and makes sure they get all their BC in a week will just be able to still get alpha no problem during her event. And if you don't like how the monetization works, just keep playing and see if it gets better in your opinion. There's no need to make it crash and burn because of one mistake. Because as you've probably heard, like the CN launch was kind of botched. But look at the Phoenix now. Look at what CN is now. Like it is literally hailed by the CN players as the second coming of the gacha Christ. Even though I wouldn't know who the first coming of the gacha Christ is. But it doesn't mean because a game has one mishap. Or Jesus, look at Final Fantasy 14. Just because a game has one mishap doesn't mean it's dead. Marcel Bernardo, why do people love Civil War? Hey, Civil War was a really good movie. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm gonna be sticking around, as in still playing the game. Still gonna be streaming occasionally. I'm probably gonna have a short stream tomorrow because I'll finally be able to finish my beginner banner. So you can all laugh at me as I get S down on me. That's gonna be great. But for today, I gotta get to bed because I gotta get to work tomorrow, and I will die if I don't have enough sleep. So, you guys take care, and let's see what's followed up, what Kuro follows up with. Anyway, good night or good day or whatever. Laters.